Hi everyone, this is Anthony Pasquale, Species Nutrition Elite Athlete. As usual, I'm checking in with you guys, letting you know what's going on. Once again, we're in my kitchen. This will probably be the last video I do in the kitchen for a while. I'm going to start shaking it up, but I start my diet, if you will, tomorrow. Not really my pre-contest diet, but my off-season diet. So over the next few weeks, you're going to really see me, as I mentioned last time, basically adding a lot of weight, both to my food quantities as well as actual weight to my actual structure. I'm 25 weeks out right now from the USA's, which basically means I've come up with a plan for about 11 weeks or so of growing and working on body parts, and then after that I'm planning on a 14-week diet so I can come in improved and with comparable conditioning to what I had in 2012 and in 2011. So basically I'm going to have these videos serve as a reference point for people when in July, when things are over, or in April when they see the gains I've made over the next 11 weeks. These videos will be able to serve as a reference point for people as to what I'm doing. So we'll just dive right into it. My current weight, everyone always wants to know what bodybuilders weigh. I'm actually down in weight. This is the lightest I've ever been in the off season in quite some time. I'm 261 right now. I was 267 in December, so I've actually lost a good 5 to 8 pounds or so of body fat in the last month and a half. That was on purpose. For a while I wanted to sit at this weight in case I won't feel comfortable going as a potentially as a heavyweight again into the USA's. But my body wants to grow, so I'm going to let it grow and I'm going to feed it. As for where my weight's going to head to, I'm not really sure, but I would imagine by April 21st or so when I start dieting, I will be around 285 pounds. So having said that, you'll see the progression over the next few weeks. So how do I get to 285? I'm going to show you exactly how I get to 285, both through the food, the supplementation, and through the training. We're going to be kind of touching on everything. So we'll just jump right in. Basically, I get up every day at 7 a.m. and I go to work at 10. Okay, I work from 10 to 8. I work 10-hour days. When I'm at work, obviously, I can't get away to go buy food or things like I used to, so I have to bring all my foods with me. So I have one of these, cooler bags. They got a bunch of different kinds now. You got the 6-pack bag, you got the ISO bag. Get whatever you want or use whatever you like. I bought this one a while ago, so it's convenient for me. In this bag, I can fit basically 5 meals, 2 shakes and 3 trays. And in each tray, I put 10 ounces of chicken, which what you see cooking back there. I'm always cooking chicken when I do these. 10 ounces of chicken, 2 to 3 cups of white rice. I just bought that rice cooker today. That one holds 20 cups. I got that for 50 bucks at Bed Bath & Beyond today. So my rice, it's hard to measure when it sticks together. So now I figured, you know what? I'm going to keep it warm all the time. I'm going to be doing 16 to 20 cups a day, so I need to have a good rice cooker. So in this little thing right here, I'll pretty much stuff it in. I put 10 ounces of chicken, 2 to 3 cups of white rice, and I push it down with like the cup itself, the measuring cup, and then I take my mac oil and I drizzle it right on. So anywhere, I don't really measure the mac oil. I've done it enough times where I do 1 to 2 tablespoons. Usually about 1.5 tablespoons right now is sufficient for me. And I'll do that with basically all 3 of these. I'll also bring an additional glass tray or so, and I'll put my ground beef in here. I eat the ground beef right before I train, so that's my pre-workout meal, which is around 6:30 or 7 o'clock. Last time I showed you guys my ground beef, but I didn't actually specify much about it. I just bought this today. This is 90% lean. Sometimes I'll buy the 93 or the 94, depending on the grocery store I'm in. But you'll notice this one is it's 3.5 pounds almost. And the reason why I buy the bigger one is, one, I use it all, but I save 50 cents a pound by buying it in bulk. So from a local grocery store. So if you're on a budget or whatever, these are little easy ways to save some money. My first meal in the morning is eggs. As I mentioned before, I have eggs twice a day. I'll do a carton, one of my little, here's an empty one of my little egg white cartons with 4 whole eggs from Omega, of course, so you get the better cholesterols. However, I'll do that, but the thing is with the eggs I do that, and then of course I eat some carbs with that as well. So I'll basically do the eggs, with 2 cups of rice or maybe 2.5 cups of oatmeal or something like that. So I definitely get my red meat in, my omegas, my chicken. So that basically covers all my meals. So it's 7 meals a day of chicken 4 times, ground beef once, and then the egg whites. What is that, chicken? I don't know. It depends on the day, honestly. Some days, you know, I eat more of one thing and less of another. If I'm out of a certain amount of food, I'll have ground beef twice. Sometimes you just got to mix it up. I do season my foods a little bit to make the eggs taste a little better. I have used Molly McButter a few times lately. I saw that in the Ronnie Coleman video, so I've been doing a little bit of that as well. And I do my shakes. My Isolized shakes, you'll see sitting back there. My Isolized, I still do a shake in the middle of the night when I get up. And I'm also doing one post-workout. That's important. So I'll do 3 scoops in each of those. So that's 150 grams right there. On leg day and back day, bigger body parts, I do the Isolized then as well. I'll do 2 scoops with 2 scoops of Carbolize and some mac oil in there. So I get, you know, the protein from the Isolized, the carbs from the waxy maize from the Carbolize, and then I get some of the healthy fats from the mac oil, which, you know, is good for everything. It's good for your hair, your skin, your nails, and everything across the board. So that's what's going on as far as my food. As far as my rice, I use a white rice. I switched to white rice from, you know, bagels or any of that other stuff because I noticed that, for those who don't know, Dave Palumbo does my diet. We've been working together for about 2.5 years. And I noticed that when we carved up on the white rice, he told me he wanted me to carb on that because it's easily digestible. So after that, I said to myself, well, maybe I'll just use it in the off season. Just because it's a white rice doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to get fat on it. So I tried it out and I like it. It's easy to make. It only takes 5-10 minutes. You can cook some up. It's easy to cook in bulk. It's cheap and it's effective. I can digest it pretty well. You may have to play with that depending on your metabolism or the quantities you're eating, but that's why I use the white rice. I'm not biased against the others, but it's really hard to eat 20 cups of rice if it's brown, from my personal experience. So that's why I've done that. My training's changing up a lot too. For those who have followed me in the past, they've probably noticed that I don't eat a lot of carbs, maybe 300 to 400 a day. You'll notice if you do out the math here, from the food and then from my Carbolize shakes, I'm going to be approaching 950 to 1,000 carbs a day. So I'm doubling my carbohydrate intake. Although I'm doubling my carbohydrate intake, I'm also increasing my workouts. I've always done the Dorian system, or have for several years, and it's worked for me. And I still think it's very effective. But for this prep, I've decided to change things up a little bit and really increase my volume. Pretty much tripling my volume. For chest, I've always done 6 sets total, biceps 6 sets total. Now we're going to go up to more like 18 to 20 sets. So I'll be training longer, so I'll be using the carbohydrates more. A lot of my carbs will be, you know, around when I train as well, you know, from the shakes and then the whole food too. For those who don't know, I have been, you know, trying to seek some advice from other people regarding my training systems and how to really bring up body parts. And I recently moved to Sarasota, Florida. So since moving down here, I hooked up with Jason Ha, and he's been gracious enough to help me with some of my leg training and some other body parts that him and Dave both would agree upon that I need to work on. So I'm lucky to have someone like him kind of overseeing the training portion and giving me some tips as someone that won the USA overall. That's obviously the goal of someone such as myself. He's a 5'8", 5'9" guy that won as a super heavy. I'm going to be going as a super heavy, so I felt that was something that could, you know, help me in my goal. So with that training changes taking place, which we're going to be getting into in future weeks, I'm really excited to see how things really progress. So that's pretty much it. And I think the next workout videos, well, the next videos to come are actually going to be workout videos to kind of give you guys an idea of how you go about improving body parts. I mean, the kitchen's one thing, your supplementation's another, but at the end of the day, you need the training too. And it's all three combined that allow you to put on a lot of mass in a short period of time. And I can't speak for my peers, I can only speak for myself, but I have never been someone who's content with putting on 3 pounds a year in the off season, and I doubt most of you are the same, if you're male bodybuilders especially. So if you're serious about putting on 10-12 pounds in a pretty short amount of time, I'll give you guys a peek into how I go about doing it and what's been effective for me in the past and what I'm trying to do to continue it moving forward. So I'll see you next time, and thanks again for checking out the videos. Once again, I'll be at the Arnold at the Species Nutrition booth, so you can find me over there in about 4 weeks or so. And if you have any questions, you can always hit me up on that RX Muscle Species forum. You know, don't sleep on that. I post all the videos on there. That's a great place to contact me if you have a lot of questions, or you can follow my stuff right through Facebook, and I answer people's questions through there. So thanks to everyone too for giving me a lot of comments and feedback on all the videos up to this point, and it's been tremendous, and I'll continue to try to answer your questions through these videos. So thank you.